Hello boys and girls, and welcome to lesson 5-10, reading circle graphs. For these circle graphs that you see here on the bottom, okay, we have to label the fraction and the percent. For example, if we look here on the first one, okay, we see in this circle is cut in half. So the fraction here would be 1/2, 1 over 2, you write it there. And then what is half? If this whole thing is 100%, what is the half? 50%, right? Okay, go ahead and solve this. Let's figure out number 2 and number 3 together, and you can do number 1 and number 4 on your own. Okay, number 2 and number 3 will be key answers. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So as I said, number 1 we have here the half. Okay, so let's go ahead and just focus on number 1. Actually, we said that you would do number 1 on your own. We will do number 3, number 2, and number 3. Okay, let's look at 2. Ways to identify the circle. We can take a look, and we know that over here this is a half. And this side, okay, goes a little bit into this half. So this white is definitely less than half. It's less than 50%. Take a look at this blue. Could I make copies like this blue here as well, and here as well, about that size? Wouldn't you say that this is about 1/3? One, there would be 2 here, and then a third one here. I think so. So we could say that's 1/3. And we know that 1/3 is exactly 33.3% bar notation, right? I believe this piece here is about 1/5, right? Or, yeah, I would say about 1/5 as a fraction, because you can fit 5 of these here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's about 1/5. But I just realized that I put 33.3% here, and this is a little bit more. It goes a little bit more into the white than just 3%. I think this might actually be a little bit more, maybe like 21 or 22. But if I make it 21.6, it'll fit nicely with this and give me the full 55, and this will be 45. So we know that 1/5 is actually 20%, but I'm going to give it, for the sake of making this exactly 100%, because it's a whole, I am going to round it up to 26.6% to fit nicely with 33.3%, and that gives me 55% in total. Okay, so what do I have left over? 45%. 45 can be divided by 9. Okay, that would give me, if we divide it by 5, it would give me 9. So it would be 9 over 20, because there are 25s. There are 25s in 100 and 9 5s here, 45%. So 9/20. Okay, this will be a key answer. Let's try number 3 together. So let's try number 3. Don't forget that we need to also fill out the percents according to the color. Okay, so put whatever percent this is, we must place it here, and the dark as well, the dark here, and this one here, and the lightest blue here. Okay, don't forget that we also have to label it at the bottom. And most importantly, boys and girls, these are on the test. There's one question, actually 2 questions, that are very similar to this on the test. So it's very important for us to try to master this skill. It is a skill. Start here. Okay, notice that over here the circle gets cut perfectly in half, right? It gets cut perfectly right down to the half, and then that half, this side, gets cut into halves as well. Well, this is a half, 50%, and then 50% gets cut into halves, which makes it 25 and 25. Okay, let's start with that. So as we said, 25%, 25%, which is 1/4, and over here 1/4 as well. Let's write them down here. The white is 25%. Okay. And the middle blue, the medium blue, is 25%. Okay, now we must solve for the lightest blue and the darkest blue. As you see, the darkest blue, okay, it could also, the darkest blue, we can cut one, fit it there. That piece is about the size of this piece. Is it not? You see, I could cut it there to get the 25% on this side. I cut it there and I get the 25% there, like so, and that means that that's at least 25 plus the other half. We have to identify the size of this, okay? I know that I can probably fit two of these in here. You see that? I can take this piece here and fit it right in here, like so, and then again like so. So this piece is probably about 12.5. 12.5, remember, is half of 25, which we know that we have here. If this is 12.5, I could also round it to just an even 12. So if I put this piece now here, okay, which actually in the blue it looks bigger, okay, it could fit with my 25 and that would give me 37. But it's a little bit bigger and I am missing one for 100 if I make this 12. 12 plus 38 would give me 50. There is my other 50% and 50%. So let's make this 12. So I rounded it down. Instead of saying 12.5, which is half of 25, I said 12.5. I said 12. And then over here, I have the remaining part, which is 38. Okay, as you see there. Now 38, I'm going to round it up, and I'm going to say it's about 2/5, about 40%. And 12% right here, I'm going to round it down to 10% just for the sake of making an easy fraction, which would be 1/10. Okay? And if you add up all the fractions, we have 1/4, which is 25%, plus 1/4 is a half. And 2/5, okay, plus 1/10 will give me the other half. Okay? Don't forget that if I reduce these, I'll get, if I break this down to 5 and I break this down into half, this half will go to 2.5. To 2 will make it 2.5, which is half of 5. And that's the half here. Okay, this is your second key answer. Oh, I forgot to write down the final percent here as well, 38%. Okay, boys and girls, make sure you have this key answer. Go ahead and try number 1 and number 4 as we said. You can pause the video now and complete those, and then we will do page 154 together. Okay, on page 154, we have to look at this large sample that was taken here. Okay, and let's read the prompt. A large sample of people was asked to report how much TV they watched during 1 week. The circle graph below shows that survey's results. So they surveyed people and they collected their answers. And now they're putting all their answers into a wheel to show the percents, because this is all 100% right here. Estimate each percent. So we're going to just estimate, boys and girls. It doesn't have to be exact. Then use your percent circle to measure the percent in each category. Write your measurements in the blanks next to the pie pieces. 2% are filled in for you. 18% of the people reported watching less than 7 hours, and 30% reported watching 7 to 14 hours of TV during the week. Now, we're not going to use the wheel, the percent wheel, because you will not have that on the test. We simply have to learn the skill of being able to identify it as we see it. So let's work with that. Okay, we have 18% over here, which is about 1/5. Okay, so this is probably one of 5 parts. You can fit 5 of these in the entire circle, right? And here we have 30%, which is about 1/3, meaning you can fit about 3 of these in the entire circle. You can see it there. From there to there is 1, from there to there is 2, and there to there is 3. So that's about 30%. If we wanted to add this, we can almost see that this line right there is almost exactly half, except it veers off a little bit this way. But the half would probably go straight down like that. Okay, can you see that, boys and girls? So this is going to be less than 20, because 30 plus 20 is 50, right? But it's going to be a little less than 20. So how about if we go and we make it 19%? That's just an estimate, okay? Right there we're missing, you see right there we're missing about 1% to make it a straight line down to make it 50%. So I'm just going to make it 19%. So far I have on this side 49% plus 18 would be 67%. Now let's look at the next block here. Okay, this one right here. When I look at this, okay, to me it looks very similar to this one, except this one looks bigger. But how much bigger? Well, if I've identified this as 1%, maybe I can make 3 little bubbles here to see that it's 1, 2, 3, and then if I make a line, okay, that looks more like this one from here to here, doesn't it? Okay, from here to here, it looks much more like from here to here, doesn't it? So I'm going to estimate that this block here is 15%. So here, so far, we have identified together up to 82%. Okay, over here we have 67 plus 15 is 82, 82%. So that means you have 18% to break up into these. Keep in mind that 50 hours or more, or 43 to 49 hours, are the same. This one, 36 to 42 hours, is slightly less than 29 to 35. Okay, perhaps see how many times this would fit here. But keep in mind that you have to break up 18% into these parts right here. Okay, 18% must be broken. The larger portion goes to this one, the second largest portion goes to this one, and then the two smallest portions, which are equal, will go here. Alright, boys and girls, I will give you a little hint. Make that one 3%. Okay, go ahead and figure this one out. Remember, this is also a key answer. I will look forward to seeing these answers in class.